What is up, everybody? What is up? I think we are back. I was having some issues. I reset my router. It seems like that was the problem. So we will be back into this. We are going to be playing. We're not playing. What am I talking about? I'm thinking about playing video games right now. We're going to be editing. That's what we're doing. We're going to finish this edit. So if you guys were in the last live stream, I'm going to probably be taking that down because it was almost a joke. Now it seems like we can actually do something. So let's see. Let's try this out. Let's go ahead and move some things around. We got the chat up and going. Here we are. Let's put that down because that's not the chat anymore. And we will pop you out. And there we go. Hey, what's up, Thomas Pulse? How you doing? We are back into this. We are doing this, and let's edit. So this is tomorrow's video. This is what I will be putting out tomorrow. This is the editing of it. We're gonna finalize it. We're gonna upload it. Wizard99, how you doing? Thank you guys for being here. Let's go ahead and try this again. I think I got it set up. I put it to where it's 720p. It's not gonna be 1080p. I wish I could. I guess I can't. And I reset my router. And we got everything going. So let's go ahead and do this. So to catch you guys up, we are right here. So my edit starts right here where the mouse is. We're gonna get us caught up to speed.
No idea where I'm at. All right, let's get back on the road. I pulled into the wrong spot. So what's up?
There's like a 20-30 second delay between me seeing your guys' comments and then you guys seeing my response to them. So just be aware of that. What software am I using? I'm using Premiere Pro CC 2015.
Guys, your comments. Oh man, I shouldn't be laughing too much, but some of your comments are kind of ridiculous, but man, some of them, this is why I'm making the videos, they actually kind of hit me pretty hard. And I've talked about a few things that were somewhat serious, and then I've been talking about mostly, you know, motorcycle safety tips and whatnot, but I kind of want to respond to some of these comments, and I kind of want to just, you know, just talk to you. It's going to be a ramble, and not a rant. It's just going to be a rambling, a motovlog of mine. But first I want to talk, there's a few videos, and I want to talk about the divorce video. Now, I mentioned in my divorce video basically my divorce, my first divorce anyways, and now I was a little bit upset, and it was a little bit tough. It was a very personal subject, and I was getting in the comments quite a bit of animosity, kind of how I felt back then. Like, I was very angry towards women. I was getting in the comments a lot of stuff about how women suck and this and that. That's not what I wanted to put out there. I just wanted to share my story. It was a bad time for me. Yes, I was angry then, and I still have some feelings of, you know, not like marriage and whatnot, and women and feminism and all that stuff. I still have some of those feelings, but not as extreme. I just wanted to share that with you guys, and I was getting in the comments like, you know.
Thank you, Wizard. Mustache is coming in nice. First time catching one of the live streams. Office jobs getting in the way all the time. Night Baird. There we go.
F women, F that.
Yeah, it's nice being a firefighter and having like the next day off, completely off. I'm able to edit, I'm able to do stuff like this.
Just pump and dump, it's just stuff like that. But then I was also getting some comments about how, man, I'm right there with you. Alright,
I think you guys got an idea. You will see this tomorrow, so don't worry about that. Let's go ahead and jump into the edit itself.
Stigma. But I was listening to you guys' comments, and some of you guys were saying, you know, man, what you're describing is it awfully sounds like this. It sounds like this, you know, it sounds like something I had. It sounds like I'm medicated. I feel so much better now. And I got a lot of private messages about this. It's beautiful right here. But I got a lot of private messages about your guys' mental health, and a lot of public comments, especially with some of the first ones were very public and saying, wow, this video helped me. Like, just to say it feels good. And I don't know if that's one of your guys' first time ever saying it out loud, but this was definitely my first time ever saying it out loud in public. My close-knit friends and family kind of knew about it, but for the most part, I don't know if that guy waved at me. But for the most part, I've never told anybody. Now, some of these comments on there, especially, I think one of them was like, hey man, you should just keep your personal problems to yourself, stick to entertainment. That one made me like a little bit upset, you know, because I'm sharing something personal here, and it's like, really? It's like I'm going to share something personal and you're going to tell me to keep it to myself and just entertain? It's like the whole point of the video was to talk. That's why I put the video out there, is that men are supposed to talk about these things. We're not supposed to keep it to ourselves. So to that comment, it's like, come on, dude, just chill out, because I know a lot of you guys like that video. I know a lot of you guys.
There we go. Let's start editing some of this stuff.
We're not supposed to keep it to ourselves. So to that comment, it's like, come on, dude, just chill out, because I know just
let's get rid of that. Let's do this.
So to that comment,
let's do no, let's leave that in. Let's go back.
Talk about these things. We're not supposed to keep it to ourselves. So to that comment, it's like, come on, dude, just chill out.
There we go. We'll enable front-facing camera.
Things. We're not supposed to keep it to ourselves. So to that comment, it's like, come on, dude, just chill out, because I know a lot of you guys like that video. I know a lot of you guys are with me here when it comes to men's mental health. And if you guys need, if you want to comment below, once again, we can all talk about that kind of stuff. If you want to private message me, go ahead and private message me, and I'll talk to you about it. It's just good to have like this great community. You guys have been really awesome when it comes to these bigger, deeper things, and for the most part, like 99% of you guys are like super positive towards each other, and I love it. I just love it. So you guys, I don't know, that's awesome. It's positive towards each other, and I love it. I just love it. So you guys, I don't know, that's awesome.
There we go.
It's getting dark out. I need to head back. Yeah, let's go ahead and start heading back home. It's getting dark quick. It's barely even 4:50. So anyways, let's go ahead and talk. I have my stuff here to keep me on track. Let's talk about Instagram/Patreon. My Instagram channel, I share a lot of photos. So if you guys have some really cool photos of your Sportster Scrambler or something, just private message me, and I'll post it. I like to repost stuff on. It's getting dark quick. It's barely even 4:50. So anyways, let's go ahead and talk. I have my stuff here to keep me on track. Let's talk about Instagram.
There we go. So we're going to talk about Instagram. I'm going to add in an Instagram logo. Just do that right there.
/Patreon.
So we're going to do, just add a little bit more. This is all rough draft stuff. I'm not really adding in a whole bunch of crazy things. We're going to go ahead and get rid of that. You guys are able to see my desktop. I am screen sharing my actual desktop. So there's the Patreon logo. Speaking of which, guys, Patreon, my patrons are actually pretty much sponsoring this video. Live streams don't get pretty much any ad revenue, but my patrons on Patreon have been donating and supporting this channel with their hard-earned money. The minimum is $1 a month. That's all I'm asking. I'm trying to keep everything not up behind a paywall, so I don't want you guys to have to ever pay for my content. But my patrons are making a lot of this stuff possible. I'm able to do more videos. My IG wizard is DanDanTheFireman. It's pretty simple. Thoughts on dual sports? I'd like to add a KLR 650 to complement Sportster before spring. Nate, I actually had a KLR 650. Love it. If you're tall, you're definitely going to love it. I'm short. It was hard to get on and off, but I still loved that bike. It felt pretty top heavy to me though. But man, that's what got me into dual sport stuff. Yeah, I could see myself being stupid on a sport bike, Thomas. That's what that's why I wouldn't do that. Yeah, the BMW R9T Urban is a pretty nice bike. I really love the Honda Rebel. Just so you guys can see what editing I have done since the last editing session 2 days ago. I did not 3 videos. I did 2 videos after that. So I did when should you replace your motorcycle helmet? Should motorcycles be allowed to lane split? And then I'm going to be editing this one after this live stream. That way, because this is going to come out not for a while. But this is how to choose a motorcycle helmet. So I got some stuff coming up. This was your I waited 9 minutes because usually the people that jump in and they leave right away after watching on the rebroadcast, they won't see that. So you guys that are actually in the live stream will see that this is what's coming up. So pretty cool. I like it. I like to be able to give that to you guys. But once again, thank you for the patrons on my Patreon.
My Instagram channel, I share a lot of
let's get rid of that, and let's add in some cross dissolves. So now, here we go.
about Instagram / Patreon. My Instagram channel, I share a lot of photos. So if you guys have some really cool photos of your Sportster Scrambler or something, just private message me, and I'll post it. I like to repost stuff on my Instagram. But another thing is I've been getting a lot of direct messages. I like a lot of photos, guys. I love seeing Sportsters. I love seeing sport bikes. I love seeing stuff. So I like a lot, and I get a lot of private messages from you guys saying, hey man, thanks for liking my video. Hey, I got a question, I got this. You guys ask a lot of questions on Instagram, and I love answering them. If I don't get to you, this is why I'm bringing this up. If I don't get to you right away, it's because I get a ton, and I have like a ton of stuff I got to do. So I try my best to respond to you. Same thing on Facebook. Facebook.
I got a Facebook right here. So when do I say that?
I try my best to respond to you. Same thing on Facebook.
There we go. Let's go. That's too big, so we're gonna go ahead and bring it down a little bit. Cross dissolve.
Facebook, facebook.com / DanDanTheFireman. Same thing. I get a lot of messages, but their messenger is not as good. Like, I don't get notifications. It's weird. Same thing with Instagram. I don't get notifications. I just check my direct message box and I see requests, and then I answer as best I can. And then I also want to talk to you about my Patreon. I've mentioned it in my in an actual video by itself. I got so much shit for it. I got way too much. Well, I don't want to say too much. I kind of expected it. So I'm getting a lot of shit for it, but one thing that I'm not going to do is take it down. Now, I know some people, and I actually wanted to take it down, but I know some people that have taken their Patreon down because of the negativity that they got for it. Now, once again, I want to repeat myself because I got this really bad comment. I got a bunch of bad comments on Facebook and on YouTube comments, is that I should be wanting to do this for free because I like doing it. Now, like I mentioned in the video, I spent a lot of money for this equipment so that I could produce this content, and it's not, and I did it because I want to do it, but it's not because, you know, I want to do it for free. I want to pay off the equipment so that I can at least get that money back. And YouTube,
We're gonna go ahead and let this warp stabilizer probably get at least one of these. So I got this one going right here. After this one's done, it'll probably be not as choppy. I got a really good computer. That was with your guys' help. I pretty much spent all of 2017's AdSense on this computer to build it back in 2016. So I bought the components. I built the computer in 2016, I think around November, September, October-ish, and all of 2017's AdSense paid for it. And it sounds like I'm like using a ton of money of like AdSense. AdSense isn't a lot. So that's what I was talking about here, is that I want to be able to pay for the equipment that I'm using, and it took me a whole year of, hey, what's up, Crystal Boy? It took me a whole year of like 200 videos. I think I posted 200 something videos in 2017 just to make enough to cover that, and that doesn't even, I'm not even talking about like my E4K and stuff. A lot of these things I buy because I want to, but a lot of these things I buy because I want to deliver better content. I could have done it on my other computer, but I got this here. I'll try not to end so soon, Wizard. Hey, what's up, Nick? Yep, we're all back now. We're all back. We're all trying this again. There we go. So that one's stabilized. How's this one doing? This one has 13 minutes left. Yeah, it's pennies per each ad. It's insane.
that money back. And YouTube, their ad policy, whatever's going on with YouTube has been an issue, and they're taking away. And this is just, and it's not like, hey guys, can you fill in the gap that YouTube AdSense isn't filling in? That's not the case. That's not why I'm doing it. If you guys want to support me for $1 a month, and if you don't want to support me for $1 a month, that's perfectly fine. If you want to go on Patreon,
I've always wanted to ask this. What do you think about the Sportster 48? If you've ever ridden one, I'm looking to pick one up in 3 months. Sportster 48 is really cool. Um, I like it. I did a video on it real quick, comparing it to the Indian Scout Bobber, but based on just the Sportster 48, it's just another Sportster. So you have all the same stuff as a regular Sportster, but the one big thing with the 48, and I say big, is that it's got a different triple tree and it's got a fat front tire. Now it has a smaller tank. It has like a 2.2 tank instead of a 3.3 or something like that. But gas tanks are easy to replace. I mean, you can just get one off eBay and just swap out your the fuel injection part. But yeah, the front tire and the triple tree are completely different. You're not gonna be able to go to like my front and triple tree that easily. It's like $2,000-3,000 and stuff. So if you want the 48, you're really going for that front fat tire, and you're gonna have a smaller tank. And the triple tree is gonna be different. I liked it. My buddy turned his into a Cafe Sportster, and it looked sick. It looked absolutely sick. He did change out his gas tank though, so that's something you might want to do, because I mean, you're only gonna get like 80 miles to the tank on something like that, maybe. I like the Nightster obviously, but they don't make those anymore. So you're gonna have to really go for, like, I would pick the Roadster, to be quite honest. If you're gonna go the 48, I'd go the Roadster. You're gonna get better front suspension. You get dual disc brakes in the front and a better rear suspension. You got pretty much a ton of upgrades for maybe a little bit more money. But if you truly want that front triple tree and that front tire, then sure, go for the 48. That's the only difference, really. That's the only difference I see. All right, so let's go ahead and jump back in here.
You guys are basically paying for the gas that I'm having to ride around for over an hour making content. You guys are paying for the electricity and the internet bill for me to upload these photos and to edit these things. But guys, I don't want it to be a negative thing. If Patreon, if you want to do it, do it. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. But for the one thing I want you guys to do is to watch the videos and learn something, or comment below and learn something from one of the great commenters that I have. You know, the very many great commenters that I have. The main goal is to make sure everyone's safe. That's it. That's all I want. So if you don't want to donate, if you don't want to support the channel monetarily that way, then you don't have to. Just be safe, okay? I just want you to be safe. I am so sick and tired of going to motorcycle accidents and car accidents or whatever it is, and just seeing people completely not dead, but just like severely injured, completely destroyed because of a stupid mistake. I just don't want to see that. I just don't want to see that, okay? So anyways, let's go to the next thing. Let's just talk about the next thing I wanted to bring up. So the next thing I want to bring up is the fact that, you know, I don't ride with my hands a lot. I like to I talk with my hands, especially my left hand, but I swear every single day I get multiple comments on like, oh, this is a beginner video, but he doesn't keep his hands on the handlebars. I get that so much. It's ridiculous. It's like, come on, guys. Are you guys the type that, like, you know what, when you're driving you do 10 and 2? Well, you're not supposed to do 10 and 2. You're supposed to do 9 and 3. Did you know that? Are you guys the ones that wear your seatbelts at all times? Are you the ones that, if your left hand gets a little bit tired on the steering wheel, you don't put it in your lap? Do you put it on, you know, the armrest on the left side? Do you drive with your knee every once in a while? Do you check your mirrors in your car? You know, do you rotate from left to the rear to the right? Do you ever do any of that stuff? Do you do it every 10, 15, 20 seconds like you're supposed to? No, nobody follows exactly 100% every single safety rule at 100% of the time. Nobody does that. Do you ever take your left hand off the handle once in a while?
Let's do this much. I think the reason why the stream health drops is because I am doing warp stabilizer. So let's go ahead and not do warp stabilizer. Let's let this one finish. This one finish. We will take this one off. And we'll take that one off. We'll see what happens. Let's see what happens. Yeah, the Nightster is nice. I just really love the Roadster. I wish the Roadster would be a little bit cheaper for you in Canada. So we're gonna let this smooth and buffer out, because I think it's taking too much CPU power. Let's go ahead and get rid of that one. You know, come on. Let's just get rid of it. Let's see what happens, and I'll do it afterwards. So we'll mark this right there, because the video is on my side, on my screen. It shows it red. When it's green, it's good, and that's with the live dashboard from YouTube. So let's see what goes on. Let's see if that does anything. All right. I have no idea why sometimes it just doesn't want to be very good. Alright, come on. You're saving. Yes, you're saving. Let's go ahead and hurry up and save. It says YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers will experience buffering. I just don't understand that. I got good internet, got good everything, reset the routers, did everything. Looks like we're just gonna have to just keep going until we're done with the stream. There we go.
See that all the time, but guys, you need if you want to start nitpicking, I'm gonna get so many more comments now, but it's like, oh my gosh, you like take away like the one thing that it's just weird. It's, I don't know, it's just fun to read it. I guess now that I'm starting to get a lot more comments, I'm gonna get these types of comments, especially if I'm gonna be talking about safety and stuff. Like right here, I just did that. Oh no, I can't be having my hands off. And then another thing is the mirror. You guys realize, and I guess you guys don't, is that this GoPro right here, in order to have that face cam.
Talking about face cam, let's go ahead and move it up.
I had to take the mirror off. The ball mount is the Harley Davidson motorcycle GoPro, or not GoPro, but ball mount mirror thing. I don't know what the name is called, but it basically goes to where the mirror is supposed to go, and that's how you attach.
My processor is the Core i7-6700, or the Intel. Yeah, it's quad core. It's a good processor. I just don't know why. Because I've never had issues. I've never had issues when it came to doing this. Now, last time I did this, I didn't scale down. So I'm scaling down to a 16:9 screen ratio. I use a 21:9 ultra wide. So maybe the scaling is a problem. It's having to scale down to this size. Because if I put it on the other one, I don't know. It seemed like you guys couldn't see what was going on. So we'll see.
Attach it. So we're
gonna keep practicing and keep trying things out.
I had to take it off in order to have that there. So I can't have a mirror there. And Arizona law only requires one. And you guys are saying also, why is it flipped?
Yeah, one generation old. Yeah, I built this in 2016. So I really like to get a new one, but I mean, this thing's still kicking ass.
That you can't even see anything. I can see the car behind me. I can see a lot behind me just by tilting my eyes down.
That's probably what it is.
I can see quite a bit. Now having it up, sure, I guess it'll be a little bit better, but I mean, I could see the Ford Fusion right behind me. Yep. Ford Fusion. It's a little ridiculous to see. Oh, and here's another thing is I was getting the comments about being on my phone. So you guys are telling me that you guys, it's a little ridiculous to see. Oh, and here's another thing is it's a little ridiculous to.
So I think I might just not scale it down. It's just gonna have the black bars up on top and bottom. So if you have an ultra wide, you'll be able to see it in ultra wide view, but we'll see.
Oh, and here's another thing is I was getting the comments about being on my phone. So you guys are telling me that you guys. So you guys are telling me, I was getting the comments about being on my phone. So you guys are telling me that you guys. So you guys are telling me that you guys don't have navigation on your phone. Comments about being on my phone. So you guys are telling me that you guys don't have navigation on your phone with the Bluetooth headset, or do you have your headphones in? Anyways, I don't want to detract from all the great comments that I'm getting and all the comments about on my motorcycle tip videos about how thanks so much, you know, you helped me out, these are things I haven't learned, and there's some experienced riders saying thanks so much that I forgot about that. So having my phone, these are just notes. I literally have, for notes, it just says divorce video, mental health video. I literally have, for notes, it just...
So now we'll go ahead and zoom in so that way you guys can see what I'm talking about.
It says divorce video, it just says...
Oops, let's not do that.
Divorce video, mental health video. I'm paying attention to this driver. He's kind of creeping into my lane. I'm paying attention to this mental health video.
There we go. So now we'll zoom in. What's up, Wizard? How you doing, man? Glad to have you back.
It just says divorce video, mental health video. I'm paying attention.
We'll go ahead. We'll do... Now this is the part where it's like maybe it's going to be worth it to do all these, but we'll see. Oops. Actually, probably not. We'll just leave it.
Mental health video. I'm paying attention to this driver. He's kind of creeping into my lane. Instagram /
And then we'll just do copy.
Instagram / Patreon, and then the thank you type comments. That's it.
We'll do a clear, or we'll remove the effects on this, and then we'll paste my attributes, which is all of them. So it should be zoomed in. Cool. So this is what it's gonna look like a little bit. What's up, Salvador? How you doing? What's up? What's up? Good to have you guys here. Hey, look at the live stream. The stream health is a lot better now for some reason. It's weird. I don't know.
For notes, it just says divorce video, mental health video. I'm paying attention to this driver. He's kind of creeping into my lane. Instagram / Patreon, and then the thank you type comments. That's it. I don't have 10 minutes of a script right
We'll switch this to here.
here. These are just notes that I just glance in, like...
Yeah, get on that, Nick. Go get on that. I've been posting a lot more on YouTube. I've been mainly focusing on YouTube and just kind of like liking people's photos on Instagram, just like finding stuff I like, and then that gives me a lot of good ideas. And then Patreon, I've been posting a little bit more on Patreon. Facebook, I haven't been posting a lot, but I do upload all my videos from YouTube to my Facebook, so you'll see them there also. So if you want to go to that, YouTube or facebook.com/DanDanTheFireman. But YouTube is actually coming out with some new stuff. They are going in beta with a bunch of people. It's a closed beta, but basically it's like Snapchat stories and Instagram stories. I'm able to do that. So, and right now I'm able to make comments or posts, and you guys can comment below. So it looks like YouTube is literally competing with Facebook at this point on that level, and they just have that much better of a video platform. So I'm excited to see how that goes. Hey Dan, I just wanted to pop in and say keep up good work. Thank you, Plutonius Jug. Thank you so much. I'll keep trying. That's what I'm doing here. I'll keep trying.
right here. These are just notes that I just glance in, like, size 64 font, so I can read from way, like, I could be a passenger and read it. That's what this is. Every time I have this here, that's what that is. It's not a script, okay? This is just me talking and a lot of good editing. But with that said, that's just like, but guys, that is just...
See, that's where I mess up. I'll just cut
a lot of good editing.
I like to leave my little laughs in. They sound weird.
But guys, that is just like me wanting to tell you what's going on. But guys, that is just like me wanting to tell you what's going on. It's a big, long video. Hopefully you guys stuck through it all. But just kind of a heads up what's going on with my life and what's, you know, the comments. Video. Hopefully you guys stuck through it all. Just kind of a heads up what's going on with my life and what's, you know, the comments and the videos and everything that's kind of been hitting me, because you guys have been awesome. just want to talk about that. With that said, you wear your gear, you ride safe, and I'll see you guys later.
So that's the rough draft. And then at this point, I'll just go ahead and throw in some warp stabilizers to kind of get them going. So this is at 10% already. Leave the laugh in, but yeah, it's not a demonic laugh. What's up, Connor Mercer? No problem, man. Thank you, Connor. You're actually, you are, I can't even think right now. You are sponsoring this video, basically. Oh, I'm so tired. I don't know why. We had a good shift yesterday. 20 bucks on Humble Bundle. Oh yeah, Sony Vegas. Is that what you're talking about, Nick? Sony Vegas. Yeah, I used that for my very first video. I think I downloaded like a torrented one for my very first video. I wonder what it is. We're gonna do this. We're gonna go ahead. But we're now at this point, while this thing is loading, we're just kind of chit chat and do that stuff. I've already made a thumbnail. So here's my YouTube thumbnails, how I make them. So I got my Adobe Photoshop CS6 popping up. All right. Yes, yes, yes. So this is actually we'll go ahead and boom. There we go. That's the beauty of, what happened here? I'm all like bragging about the beauty of the ultra wide. There we go. I can move things around. So anyways, this is the YouTube comment thumbnail that I was actually, I think I'm using, or I was going to use for this video, but we're not going to do that. We are going to use it for the video that we're editing. Like I was going to use it for the live stream, the thumbnail. So we're not going to do that. We are going to do something different. So let's go ahead. I think I messed up on this part. So we're going to copy the layer style. Let's go ahead and clear it and paste. Alright, we got to switch the on-call to the Motovlog border. So the green is Motovlog. So this to me does not look, oh here, I was going to say it doesn't look very centered, but we're going to do this. Now it looks centered. This looks like a mess. I know, I know. My workflow is never the best thing ever. But I also have, I did that. Let's see. Let's put you where you're supposed to go. So I'm able to like, see how like I'm messing with things. But this is how I do my my thumbnails for the videos. So we got that one. That one's for helmets. This one's for lane splitting. There's a lane splitting bill going in through Arizona. That was actually gonna be for tomorrow, but this one we're gonna do for tomorrow. This was that Santa one with the gift guide, and then this was last time the Photoshop or the thing. This was the battery. I need to delete some of these. This was the Triumph Bobber, and then Patreon. This was my last live stream that I did in Sedona when I talked about the bell, or when I talked about the. Oops, there you go. When I talked about the Honda Rebel, there we go. And then this one's gonna be on how to choose a helmet. And like I love the Bell Bullet, so that's pretty much what it's gonna be. So what did I have? I had it up there. So anyways, let's go back. That's my desktop right there. Oh yeah, the kids enjoyed the pizza. They loved the fact that I went there. I played soccer right after lunch with the kids, and oh man, my lungs were on fire. I'm so out of shape. Yeah, the subscription fees I hated, or I would have hated if I got the subscription, but I was able to get this a long time ago before the subscription model came out. But yeah, man. Hey, thanks for remembering, Connor. That's awesome. Yeah, the kids love the pizza. These like giant slices, like right next door to where I live. It's like huge slices for like a couple bucks. The Bell Bullet has a lot of wind noise. It's just it doesn't block a lot. There's no screen on the bottom. It's just like not the best for quiet, and that's why I have such a tough time. And for the longest time, I had such a tough time with the audio. That's why I actually had to get the task cam. I had to invest, you know, $100 something into this thing, a great quality recorder, and just make it work. Yeah, just had to make it work and had to deal with that. I bet you if I got like a showy, you know, or something a lot better, it would have my audio would have sound like I am inside of a studio, but now it sounds like I'm just on a bike with a lot of wind noise. You should honestly, actually, let's without some of the no, I can't do it. I don't know how to do it. I was gonna say I have my unedited video audio. That's what this green down here is on the timeline. That's the edited audio. I wonder if I could show you. No, probably not. It'd be a lot of work. So are you almost done? Warp stabilizer. Very graphics or CPU heavy on the warp stabilizer. And we're warp stabilizing it so that the face cam isn't so shaky for you guys. So this adds like an extra 20-30 minutes to my processing time, just so I can. Merry Christmas, Thomas, before I forget also. Thank you so much. This adds a lot more time, and this truly helped by getting the new PC and like doing all that stuff. So it seems like your guys' comments are disappearing super quick. I don't like that. So let's go ahead. I think we can change that. All right. I don't want it to fade out so quick. Here we go. I haven't looked at hide-on helmets. I haven't. I don't know what. Honestly, I don't know what they are. All right. Is this thing almost done yet? What's it doing? What's it doing? 96%. All right. Well, I don't want it to completely disappear. Whoops. I don't want it to completely disappear on the comments. Let's do 15 seconds. Making adjustments, guys. I'm still trying something else out. And I forgot who said it. You were a Twitch streamer. If you have any tips on what to do with this, I am new to streaming, especially with this. Let me know. Give me some tips. Yeah, you just gotta try on those helmets, man. Try on the helmets, and then find out which one you like. I have a helmet buyer's guide. Let's see. Let's see where I got it. It was one of my more recent ones. Basically, you have multiple shapes heads. You know, you got oval, long oval, and I think oval, long oval, intermediate oval. And you need to pick around the size head. Let's see. You should try out this video. Here we go. My upload speed is, I think, 5 megabytes. This is I'm putting the link in the chat. That Crystal, that is for the helmet facts, frequently asked questions. Let's see what the speed test is. And we are streaming, so the speed test will be a little bit different. But I got like 100 megabyte download and like I think 5 something upload. I want to get a better upload speed, but I mean, who knows? So right now it's 115 megabyte download speed, 116 megabyte download speed, and then about 6 megabyte upload. I like how this is just kind of turning into us hanging out chatting. See, this is what I'm talking about. It just takes a while. We're not going to sit here the whole time while it's doing this. But basically, this is tomorrow's Motovlog. You guys are going to see a little bit early. It's going to be a 13-minute one. But I also have the when should you replace your motorcycle helmet. So you guys are going to get another sneak peek in this. Minor scratches do not ruin a helmet. Don't store objects inside your helmet. And then sweat oils in your makeup will actually degrade the helmet and the foam. And then helmet age plays a role. So when it was born, you're born on date on your helmet, and then how long you've been wearing it, and how many miles are on it. So that's what I talk about in this video. And then should motorcycles be allowed to lane split in Arizona? This was a Motovlog. This won't be out until next Friday because the YouTube comments one will be out tomorrow. So this one I'm going to actually edit after I get off, and this one will be how to choose a motorcycle helmet. And it kind of goes back to it has to fit. Oh yeah, dude, I love Fortnite. I talked about him. That's why I have him in here. Because of him, I made the video. I was like, that's such a great video. It's like I want to talk a little bit in depth on the helmet part and kind of have my opinion and do my stuff on it. But yeah, he did a great job. He does some good quality stuff. I'll probably be looking to him for some good ideas and use my opinion on that. Yeah, I'll have to change the scaling. I just really wish I could keep it on because I don't know how it really looks because on your cell phone the black bars make a huge difference, and I'd rather have it 16:9 for people on your cell phones because that's about half my views is on mobile phones. So I don't know, I'd like to keep it there. Yeah, he rides like everything though. That's the thing. He rides like dual sport stuff too, so I think that's pretty cool. This is like my editing jacket. Alright. Let's see. But that's pretty much how I edit. And now I just gotta like wait. So you guys don't have to sit and wait this whole time because this is gonna take a long time. What I usually do, how I export it, is I just export media, and I'm not going to do it because it's still having to analyze. Yeah, they had a pretty good review on the street rod. So right here I have my own settings. I have YouTube 4K 30 frames per second, 720 24, and I got a bunch of 720s at different frames per second and a bunch of 1080s at different frames per second. I film in 1080 at 60 frames per second, so I'll click that. Now, how I made this, I had to do a lot of can I expand it? Oh, it's like lagging right now. That's not good. Yeah, you can always change the seat though. That's the cool thing. So what I do here is I got 1920 by 1080, 60 frames per second, and then I make sure I do like a 2-pass and have a very high bit rate. That way you get the best out of it. And the reason why I do high bit rate, right now it's 15, maximum bit rate is 40, the target bit rate is 15, is that YouTube only does 8 megabyte bit rate for their videos. So even if you do more, they're going to downscale it. Connor, thank you for $2. If you guys see that, I wonder how it pops up on the screen. Connor, that's the well, he should know. Everyone else, that's the super chat. Thank you so much for donating $2. I truly appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's awesome, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, and you can write a comment, and then that will pop up to the top. That's awesome, dude. Thank you so much. Dang, that's awesome. What was I talking? Oh, the bit rate. Yes, they downscale it quite a bit. So I make sure my audio is good. Make sure everything's good. It's set in MP4. But the effects, they apply the effects that I have, and then like my thumbnail for like when I upload it and put it on my desktop, this is kind of like what it's gonna look like. So I like to set it up to where it's like I know what this video is gonna be called, and I can always change the output name, so like how it's gonna be on my desktop so I can find it. But we're not gonna do that right now. This is gonna be 1.4 meg or gigabytes. This is gonna be big. But thank you once again, Connor. Thank you. Should add you as a moderator. That is the super chat. So that is how I export it. That is how I do stuff. $2. Here's something nice about a 40. The 48s, man. The 48s are awesome bikes. They really are. Thank you so much, Nick. Thank you. $2 Canadian. Thank you. I'd really like here. Let's see if I can find one. And I don't want to like have to go through my whole desktop. I want to show you what my buddy's 48 looked like. Now I used to have my bike as a cafe Sportster, which was right here. You guys, it's gonna see. It's gonna be popped up. This used to be my bike. This is what it used to look like. Let's see if I can get another picture of it. That used to be my bike before I switched it to, oh, sorry. Before I switched it to what I have now. So let's go ahead and get out of that. Let's get out of that. And then I turned it into the cafe, or not the cafe, but the Sportster Scrambler. My buddy, his bike, and he had the Harley 48. That's what that is right there. On the left, that's his bike. On the right is mine. So his Harley 48, he has the Rollin' Sands slant 2-into-1, and he's got the Rollin' Sands Cafe tail section with some really good shocks. He's got Rollin' Sands pretty much everything, but his front fat tire, or his fat tire in the front, it looked so badass compared to mine. You can kind of see the difference. I wish I could get a different picture. But if you truly want to see, let's go ahead and go. Let's do Mount Lemon. I'm doing a search on my videos because I've done a lot of Mount Lemon videos with him. Let's see. There we go. Let's get out of that. Yeah, I don't know if he did a tank. He did a coil relocation. That's what he did. There's actually not a tank lift on that. Monopoly money, Canadian dollars, man. That's awesome, though. Thank you so much again. So I'm gonna post in the comments the video of us going on Mount Lemon. That is him on his bike and me on my bike. You can see the difference between a Cafe Sportster Nightster and the Cafe 48. But this is what I mean by the front fat tire being so much bigger, and the way it has to be bigger is because you have to have that triple tree. But he changed out his gas tank to that one is a 3.3 Peanut, and he had it primered. He was going to paint it, but he never got to it. So, but it still looks good. Now there's another video of us going up Mount Lemon where he didn't do anything to it yet. I think all he did was the Cafe clip-ons. And let's see if I can find that. Here it is. Now this one has copyrighted music, and it's actually not. Wow, this is June 29th, 2014. I made this video. Jeez. There we go. So the second one that I'm posting in the comments is his bike, the Harley 48, with the small tank and he didn't do much to his bike. He didn't change out his tail section yet, so that's beforehand. There we go. This thing is still rendering. It's crazy. But yeah, there's some really cool stuff. There's some like a really cool stuff you can do to your Harley Sportsters. It's just insane. Um, Trying to make this thing better for you guys. I want this stream to be a lot better. So I'm like changing some things up so you guys, I might have to get a new chat program. We're gonna practice this though. There we go. There we go. Let's try this one. I really would like to get, I don't like that font. Anyways, the font looks weird. I would really like to get the new Fat Bob. The new Fat Bob looks pretty cool. Yeah, net neutrality, Arkham. I saw that. It is going away. It is not. It's not a thing anymore. It sucks. See, all this extra time on just letting it do the warp stabilizer, I'm so glad I was able to afford a good quad core processor. After this video, I'm going to be working on some test streams on what font, what everything should look like. Yeah, the Fat Bob looks mean as hell. And it feels good. I sat on the bike and the seat's comfortable. Everything just felt good. So this one should be stabilizing real soon. It's got a few more frames to do. No, I think this it was like an FCC rule. I think the FCC had to go through the board, and the director of the FCC or something said, "Yeah, we're doing this," and that's it. It's as simple as that. I would still like to get her the Rebel. If I got the Fat Bob, I wouldn't be selling the bike I have now. I would still use that off-road. It's a good bike to learn on, and I've done a lot of stuff to it, so it's still really good. So it's not like, there's like these idiosyncrasies in it, to where it's like, you have to pull the clutch in a certain way because of all the shit I've done to it. I'd probably get her the Rebel though. I mean, I'd get her the Rebel. And the cool thing is, if she feels like she's outgrown the Rebel, she could always have my bike too. We don't have to figure out like these crazy performance mods. But knowing her, if she got the Rebel, she would want to keep the Rebel no matter what, and she would want, it's like, this is mine. Okay, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I hope net neutrality is still a thing, because I could definitely see like Comcast throttling YouTube or something until they get more money or something like that. Yeah, the FCC, I expected it, to be quite honest. Yeah, like, stocks are down too because of it. Yeah, he was straight up like, this is what I'm doing. I'm doing this. Nothing you can do about it. All right, so now that all the warp stabilizer, all the scenes that have gone through, it's gonna be so much quicker. So now this is at 90%, getting a lot more frames done. This one It says 30 minutes, but it's dropping quick. Yeah, the Rebel's gonna be nice. The Rebel's gonna be nice. You're gonna enjoy it. So this one's 99% done. Boom. So now this one, once we got it all, it's at 53%. Says 16 minutes. It's gonna fly. It's gonna fly. Right now we're just kind of hanging out, chit-chatting. All right, Connor, thank you so much for the super chat and coming by. Once again, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, just go for a ride. I actually should. And what time is it? Yeah, he's mentioning duty. Oh, it's 1 o'clock. I need to eat some dinner. Or not dinner. I need to eat some lunch. I haven't had something to eat in a while. So we're going to go ahead and do that. This is actually almost done. I'm going to let the analyzation in the background happen. But that's basically the motovlog that's going to be happening tomorrow. You'll see the end result in full glory tomorrow. It's taken an hour. You know, just the motovlogs themselves only take about an hour. Now with the other one, it took a little bit longer, and this is with all the warp stabilization and everything done. So yeah, motovlogs are easy. So like when you see these guys, like these top tier guys like Snowcat and all them talk about, you know, how difficult it is to do a motovlog, I see their videos and it's like I know what they're doing. I know their edits. I know how they're saying it. They're rambling on. It's easy to just leave the ramblings and just do this. I mean, it literally took an hour with 2 cameras, and I know Snowcat and all them don't even use 2 cameras. It's easy. Just so you guys have a heads up and kind of know what's going on behind the scenes. Is like it's not hard for the vlogs. The hard part is when you want to do this stuff right here. When should you replace your helmet? Like you got to come up with stuff. You got to come up with the titles, and then all the analytics and the research, making sure you're doing it right. Same thing with you know, how to choose a helmet. This one's going to take a while. So I'm going to take a quick break and eat. But that's it right there. And we're going to go ahead and export it. It's all done. All done. YouTube, 1080p 60, and I'll change the title later. All right, it's encoding. It's doing all its stuff. And with that said, good snow. No snow in Tucson. No, maybe Mount Lemmon. Mount Lemmon might get snow, and I'm really close to that. But with that said, guys, I will be heading out, and I hope you guys have a great day. Tomorrow, this video will be up at 3 p.m. Arizona time. I think it's Mountain, right? Anyways, I'll see you guys later.